Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming an affordable spring look. So this is something I've been wanting to do for a little bit, even though we're only like a week out of summer now, or a month out of summer now. It still feels like it's only the start of spring because it's been quite cold in Melbourne. But I just thought this would be fun. I know 3/4 of the YouTube community at the moment are filming for fall looks because that's where most of famous YouTubers are, I guess, in like America and Europe and stuff like that. But in Australia, we are in spring, summer. So I thought I would just do an easy spring affordable look that pretty much anyone could achieve. And yeah, so if you are interested in watching this video, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I've already done my eyebrows as normal. First of all, I'm just going to put some lip balm on. So I'm using the Glossier Rose Balm.com. So I really like this one. It does smell like rose, so if you are not a fan, they obviously don't get it, but they've got a shit ton of other flavours. But I just find this is like my favourite lip balm at the moment. Well, I know I've already done my brows, but I'm just going to, just to make them look a little bit more natural, I've got some brow mascara stuff. So this is from NYX. This is just in Blonde and it comes with a little spoolie. I never really see the difference with like brow mascaras. Like I find they pretty much all work the same. You don't need to spend a lot of money on them. Like before I was cruelty free, I tried the Benefit one that everyone raves about and it's pretty good, but I mean, again, I don't really see the colossal difference in that one compared to like this one and any other one that I've tried. Okay, so next of all, I'm going to prime my face. So I'm going to be using the Designer Brands Moisturising Primer. I really like this one. I've been reaching for it a lot lately because it's really affordable. It's really comfortable on the skin. It's not too heavy, so even if you don't have dry skin, you've got oily skin and you're just having a dry day, I really suggest this one. So I'm just going to prep the lids. I'm using the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in Fair Neutral 10. Okay, I'm just going to set my eyes with the RCMA No Colour Powder. This stuff usually is pretty hard to get your hands on, but I found that a lot more Australian retailers are coming out with it now or selling it, which is really good. Alright, so for my transition shade on my eyes, I'm going to be using a blush. So it is Colourpop. So I just got the pan. It is a really nice, true pink colour. Oh, ouch. No, you're naughty. I swear every time I'm filming I have to stop at least once to tell my cat to stop doing something. So sorry, this is a really true pink colour. I'm going to use this as a transition shade. These are really pigmented, so I definitely think you can use them as eyeshadow. This is Noodle, by the way, that's the name of the shade. So I really want to place the pink as close to the top of the brow as possible. So because it is a blush, it's pigmented, but it's not as pigmented as an actual eyeshadow. So I'm just building that up until I get the colour payoff that I want. Because I do have slightly hooded eyes, that's why I'm bringing this very close to my brows, because I want to be able to see the different colour gradients that I'm going to be putting in here. So next up, I'm going to be going in with a yellow shade in my crease. So I am being a little bit risky here using this palette, but it's the only one I could find the exact yellow that I wanted. So I'm going to be going with Edge from the Subculture palette. I really did want a vibrant yellow. And I remember this one not performing too badly. I'm hoping it's as bright as I remember. So I'm just taking a smaller fluffy brush and putting that through my crease. Oh, I just remembered how powdery it is. Holy shit. Ugh. Okay, yeah, that's good. So I'm just putting that in my crease and a little bit below. So I'm just slowly building this one up. So I'm creating like a halo eye today. So with the yellow, I'm going to be just putting that in the outer corner as well as the inner corner with the yellow. I find that this shade does oxidize, which is really annoying for an eyeshadow. I wish it stayed true to colour from when you first put it on, because when you first put it on your eyes it is really vibrant yellow, but then it fades to more of a mustardy colour. So I really need to find a good vibrant yellow. If you know where I can find a good vibrant yellow, please let me know which brands do that. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. I'm pleasantly surprised by how that turned out considering I used the Subculture palette, but it did end up working out pretty well. So next of all, I'm just going to go in with the Stila Kitten Karma Glitter and Glow. So I love these. I don't use them enough. They are so pretty. I really want to get more. They've come out with like a bright red one that I've been eyeing off for a little while. I wish I had something more like yellowy or peachy, but this has a lot of like silver glitter in it, which I thought would work well. So these do, when they dry down, they do get a little bit of fallout, but it's really not that bad, and I don't think you need to go out and purchase a glitter glue, honestly, unless it does really bother you, because I've used them several times and it has a little bit, but I've never seen like a substantial amount of fallout like around my face or anything like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put on my lashes and I'll be right back to continue the rest of my face.
While Patchy pulls himself together, let's see how SpongeBob's party is shaping up.
My eyelashes are on, so now let's move on to my face. I mentioned that I use the Designer Brands primer to prime my face, but I'm feeling super dry today, so I'm just going to pop on a touch more. I really don't think you can ever have too much primer. Now for foundation, I'm going to be using the matching Designer Brands Hydrating Foundation. So I've spoken about this before. I really love it. I think it's a great foundation at a great price point. I think it's about $20 or $30, which in Australia is super cheap for a foundation. Like that, those are some drugstore prices there at totally high-end quality. So usually just squirt a couple of dots on each area of my face. This is a really high coverage foundation too, like for how like dewy and stuff it leaves you, it is really full coverage. So next I'm just going to be taking the same concealer that I used to set my eyes, the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in Fair Neutral 10. Oh, just dropping something. Okay, so that's all blended in, so I'm just going to set the places on my face where I know I'm going to be putting powder. The rest of my face I'm going to leave unset just because I just want to stay quite dewy and fresh. Again, I'm just taking my RCMA No Colour Powder. And I'm just going to take that on my beauty blender just so I can really pat it into the skin and it doesn't just lie flat and make my skin just look really powdery. I do like to set around my nose area here because that's where I find I'll like touch my nose the most, and it's just where foundation will peel off first. So I just like to set it in just to minimize that as much as possible. So now I'm going to move on to bronzer. I'm not really going to do any kind of harsh contour today because I'm just, again, trying to keep it a little bit more natural. So I'm going to be using the Colourpop In It To Win It bronzer. It is a shimmery bronzer, I will note, so if you're not into that, maybe skip this one and go to one of their more matte ones. It does look quite dark in the pan, which I think is a little bit deceiving because when you look on their website, the swatches of this looks like it's one of the lightest ones, so I would hate to see what the darker ones look like, but once you do blend it into your skin, it definitely does sheer out. It's more one of those ones that you can build up. You do need to take a fluffy brush. A more dense brush is going to, see, look, and now it's sheared out heaps. But yeah, I'd suggest using a fluffy brush with this, not a dense brush, because you just won't be able to blend it with a dense brush. So for blush, I'm just going to use the same shade that I use on my eyes, so the Noodle blush. Oh, this is the Noodle blush by Colourpop, so I'm just using that again. So I'm just going to finish off my eyes. So I think I'm just going to take that pink again and go underneath my eyes. Maybe do something on my inner corner. Maybe the yellow. So I'm trying to stick with more like simple shades, not do too much, you know. I think the pink by itself is actually really nice. So I think I might just keep it like that. So before I put on mascara or do my highlight, I'm just going to set my face with the normal NYX Dewy finish. I'm almost out of this one actually. All my setting spray is in. My setting spray is all set in my face. Also did my mascara off camera. So for that I just use the Essence Volume Stylist 18 Hour. I use this one all the time. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply this, the Jouer Citrine highlighter. I'm obsessed with this. I've spoken about this before and it's honestly one of my new faves. So I'm just going to apply this.
"20 minutes later."
Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit more. Yes, a little bit more. I'm going to use the Colourpop Here Kitty Kitty highlighter that I got from my previous haul. So I just chucked that in a pan with a couple of other eyeshadows. I'm going to take like more of a patch brush for this one. Okay, so lastly we're going to do lips. So I've got a few options here. I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do. So I've got a liquid lip. I've got the Koko K liquid lip by Kylie. It's like a pretty pink kind of nudie. And then I've got my Hourglass Nude number 6. So this is probably the closest thing to my own lip colour. I use it a lot for work and stuff like that just because it's just really natural. But then I've also got a couple of glosses. Well I've got the KKW Cream lipstick in Kim, which is like the pinky one. And then I've got the NYX Butter Gloss. So I think I'm just going to use maybe Koko K. I'm actually really happy with that. I don't know if I want to change it. You know what I might do? Take the cream, because I want to keep it pink actually. I think it goes really nice with this look. And just dab a little bit of this cream in it. So I just put a little bit of that in the middle of my lips to create more of like an ombre effect. It can actually help if you want to have like bigger looking lips to do that. Like do like a darker lipstick like on your whole lips. Like a lighter glossier shade in the middle of your lips, because that will plump them up and make them look a little bit bigger. So that is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you got some nice inspo for springtime. If you've got any events coming up in the spring that you'd like to use this for, let me know. If you do end up replicating this look or get inspired by it in any way, please let me know. I'd be so flattered if you did. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!